Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of Ohio, and Vivek is not a Christian. And he was confronted by a bunch of, they seem like Charlie Kirk disciples who attacked him because he is not a Christian. This is a phenomenal example of when you lose control of the monster that you helped to create. Take a look at this.
Jesus Christ is God, and there is no other God. He is part of the Holy Trinity, and any other God is a demon, and it's false. How can you represent the constituents of Ohio who are 64% Christian if you are not a part of that faith? If you are an Indian, a Hindu, coming from a different culture, different religion than those who founded this country, those who grew this country, built this country, made this country the beautiful thing that it is today, what are you conserving? You are bringing change. I'll be 100% honest with you. Christianity is the one truth.
Christian voices should be the main voice of America, and I want to know basically why you seem to be, and I don't mean to be horribly offensive, but why you seem to be masquerading as a Christian.
You familiar with the Ten Commandments?
You call yourself a Hindu, but you also call yourself Christian.
I don't call myself Christian. I call myself a Hindu. I'm not running to be pastor of Ohio. I'm running to be governor of Ohio, and I didn't run to be pastor of America. I ran to be president of the United States of America. What's your faith?
I'm a Christian. I'm a follower of Jesus.
Great. Do you believe in the Holy Trinity? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
I think a lot of people here do. So
good. And that doesn't make you a polytheist, does it?
Probably not, no.
Great. And so in my faith, I believe there's one true God. He resides in all of us, and he appears in different forms, but it's one true God. So I'm an ethical monotheist. That's the way I would describe my faith. Do you think it's inappropriate for someone who's a Hindu to be, say, a U.S. president?
No, I think it's... no, well...
You be honest.
Isn't Hinduism...
Because you're an Indian.
You can ask yourself that Hinduism believes in Shiva and what is it? The flute God, I forget.
Right. All right. Anyway, now the guy's forgetting. Anyway, the point here is that Vivek, in his support of Trump in 2024, participated in unleashing the zealots, and they are now following the rules that Vivek helped Donald Trump to write. You know, these turning point type activists who get indoctrinated end up seeing Christianity as the only legitimate identity for leaders. And Vivek Ramaswamy, despite not being a Christian, as he pointed out there, he encouraged this ecosystem because he would do the rhetoric about faith and wokeism and American values. And it was part of a movement that doesn't really want inclusion. They want ideological purity, and purity ultimately eats its own. When I see the purity testing on the left, I mention it. And when I see it on the right, and there's a lot of it, we talk about it. Once you frame politics as a war of us versus them, you don't get to decide who is us anymore. And so the same people who cry about religious freedom go, wait a second, you're Hindu. You're not a legitimate candidate for the governor of Ohio. Every reactionary movement eventually devours its softer founders. You know, you look at McCarthyism, you look at the Tea Party, you even look at MAGA itself. Look at who was part of the initial coalition of MAGA and Trumpism in 2016, and look at where we are today. Those people are now ostracized and devalued. And when the right builds these echo chambers that are so insulated, their own allies end up becoming heretics the second they deviate at all. And Vivek Ramaswamy, being Hindu, even though shouldn't make a difference in the world, it deviates from the implicit requirements that they have established through their purity testing. So, we've talked about when Donald Trump ends up seeing the monster he helped create on anti-vax. And we talk about how Fox News ends up seeing the monster they helped create on distrusting the media. And then they start to distrust Fox News when Fox News goes, I don't know, here's someone who says there's nothing to see in the Epstein files or whatever. It's the monster they helped create turning against them. And now Vivek is up against it. We've got a great bonus show for you today. We will talk about what's happening in airports and the propaganda video that is being required of some and rejected by others. We will talk about a bunch of media outlets who will not sign the Pentagon's new rules for coverage and so much more. All of that on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpakman.com. You'll get instant access to the bonus show, to the commercial-free audio feed, to the commercial-free video feed, all of it. I'll see you then. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow.